informant. I don't know his name.
A Hitler Party member?
I think so.
This is damning stuff.
If it's true.
If it's true, do we have any actual proof?
No. Coincidences, connections, suspicions. Hitler and his niece live in the same complex, but supposedly in different rooms. Hitler dines alone with her, but no other woman takes meals with him. I questioned the staff. They all denied anything illicit, but they used almost the same phrasing to do so.
You think they rehearsed denials?
That's what it sounded like, but again, I can't be sure.
That just makes it sound like a conspiracy, and nothing holds the public attention like conspiracy.
We don't have any proof.
We don't need proof. We need a narrative.
Julius, we're reporters. We can't just go around publishing rumor and innuendo as fact.
Why not? They do it.
They use murderers and vandals too.
Enough! Zephos is right. This story is tempting. A little too tempting to just fall into our laps.
You think it's a trap?
That's what I do. Have their nightingales sing a little song of incest and conspiracy.
And show up at court with evidence disproving it.
It'd bankrupt us and ruin our credibility.
Fine. Should we shelve the niece piece for now?
Do you have a way to get back in touch with this nightingale?
No.
I bet if you wait out in the open for long enough, he'll get the idea.
What? Just sit on a park bench and wait? How long will that take?
At least a couple of days.
Days? Screw that!
Wait. If this informant of yours is real, his value to us is
If you
inestimable.
can get us some solid proof, I'd be willing to run the Gelly report.
Fine. But I'm going to need a lot of cigarettes. It took more than a week.
You, wouldn't happen to be waiting for someone, would you, Herr Goldschlag?
Hello, Nightingale.
Excuse me?
Give me a name and I won't have to make one up.
That's fair.
We're not running the Gelly story.
What? Why not?
There's no proof. It's tabloid journalism at best, and well, we just don't trust you yet.
Gruber's still afraid of lawsuits?
Caution isn't fear.
No.
Can you prove your claim?
Not the Gelly story, no.
There's something else up your sleeve?
Maybe. There's a church near West Park. I have a dead drop there under a loose cobble by the well. If you want to get in touch again, use it. Check it no more than once a week.
Why are you helping us?
This isn't the party I joined. It's been compromised.
How so?
You'll see. Remember, West Park by the well.
Took more than a month for him to make good. Then in June of 31, I've got it!
Nightingale came through.
With flying colors.
The Gelly story?
Better, the letter to Ernst Rome.
Oh,
The SA chief?
From a not-so-press officer named Dr. Meyer.
Is it verified?
I bribed the server to list his shopping list. It's his handwriting. I've already got a headline. Warm Brotherhood in the SA. Homosexuality in the Third Reich.
or you have to preface that something like, in publishing this letter, the Post wishes to make it clear that no condemnation is intended toward the nature of homosexuality.
But rather to expose the hypocrisy and corruption of National Socialism under Adolf Hitler.
The man who once boasted that nothing happens in the party without his very wish.
Yes. My dear Ernst, I write you today regarding a matter you asked me to undertake a while back. Perhaps you don't recall the incident which I am referring. A few months after you returned from Bolivia, where you were still residing there, so on and so forth. Here we go. That night you had taken me into your confidence regarding Dr. Heinsohn. You mentioned the two of you had spent some time in homosexual pubs, meeting homosexual boys, and viewing his collection of artistic photographs. And that the good doctor had some letters from you that you were quite anxious to have returned.
Isn't Rome the one who called us a bunch of moral deviants bent on a homosexual agenda?
A bit like a cat guarding the cream, I'd say.
When I spoke to Dr. Heimsoth, I stressed the damage the party would incur if those letters fell into the hands of the Munich Post. Heimsoth acknowledged the potential for embarrassment and proceeded to request the foundation of a news service run by himself, along with the monies to run it. When I accused him of being the source of so many damaging articles in the Post, he made no denials, but merely repeated his request anew.
Blackmail, eh? Very sexy. I can't say I'm surprised, though.
It gets better.
Oh. While I left that day empty-handed, I did some more work and found to my pleasure that Heimsoth kept the letters in his office, which a skilled tool man may enter any time after 6 in the evening. At this point, sir, the choice of action is entirely yours. On an unrelated note, I noticed there was a party deputy position open in Berlin. Given my extraordinary service to you in this endeavor, I expect your recommendation to the job. After all, without me, the Post would undoubtedly have learned about this whole unfortunate ordeal.
We've got hypocrisy, love letters, blackmail, double blackmail, and confirmation of past stories all in their own hand.
That's excellent, Edward. I grant you that. But Meyer may be feeding us this in order to make good on his threat.
If the Nassos want to tear themselves apart on our pages, I'd be glad to help.
I agree. We publish the letter, but we hold off on the Gelly story until we know what's going on.
I'm really looking forward to this lawsuit. Your story, Edmund. Write it up. Got you some sugar.
Oh, nothing. It's September.
Does something happen in September?
Lots of things happen, Martin. The leaves turn gold, the harvest comes in, people start wearing scarves to the market.
Oh, normal stuff.
Yeah, exactly, normal, without political pressure or foreboding. September, it always smells like autumn. Anyway, it's Saturday. Shouldn't you be at home?
But the news never sleeps, sir. You know as well as
I
I.
wish you'd get some rest from time to time. I think I can look after things for a day.
I'm not that old.
Yes, you are. Should I make some coffee?
Please! It might get the smell of autumn out of my nose.
What are you reading?
Well, a paper from Brandenburg, 2 from Berlin, including Felix publications, few from here in Bavaria, and Strasser's right.
Why do you insist on reading Strasser?
Opposition research, my friend.
You're going to give yourself an ulcer.
Never underestimate the value of working yourself into a good lather. A touch of rabies might be just the thing the writing needs.
Martin! Herr Auer!
Morning, Julius.
Have you heard?
Heard what?
Edmund was supposed to call.
Could you tell us?
Kelly Rabal's dead.
Where?
I need to talk to him.
What in the time? It was last night, or early this morning. A revolver, apparently. Hitler's. Edmund's at home calling every policeman he knows, and the few he doesn't.
Has she spoken with Nightingale?
No, he couldn't have. Their contact protocol's too slow. This happened at Hitler's home.
His Munich apartments, the ones he shared with Gelly, but Hitler's out of town. He left yesterday afternoon.
Robert!
It's me. Is Julius there?
I just arrived. Find anything.
Is that Edmund?
I don't know yet. Some of my guys in the police are light on details, but they all say that Franz Schwartz was there first.
First?
On the scene already when the detective inspector got there.
Stefans! Polar files for anything mentioning Franz Schwartz. I want to know if he's done Nassau Crisis Management Corps. Go. What's going on? Schwartz was there before the police were.
It's moving fast, though. At this rate, they're going to rule it a suicide by the end of the day. Did you hear me? We need to move on this.
Are you still at home?
Yes, I have some calls I need to make.
Stay right there. I'm sending Hour over with the files on Kelly. He'll help you put together a story on the investigation. Zephyrus and I will handle the cover-up.
We're running the Gelly story?
Seems that way.
So we're publishing innuendo now.
What do you want? Hitler lived with his attractive niece until they either killed her or drove her to suicide. Those are facts.
You're sure it's the right thing to do?
No! But I don't have time to care. Get the files. Zephyrus! Let's work.
Right. This is our dossier on Franz Schwartz.
Rather thin.
He's not a very public man. He's currently treasurer of the National Socialist Party.
In your circle?
Definitely.
Well, what's the rest of the farce?
Notes where he's mentioned stories relating to his department in the party and basically anything that didn't seem totally irrelevant.
Right. What was my damn glasses?
Edmund!
And what are they suggesting for motive? Really, all of them? And someone's just writing it down. No, I understand this. Thank you. That's the meeting. Are those the files?
They are. What have you got?
Well, Gelly and her uncle definitely had an argument on Friday. The official story is that after 15 minutes, Hitler leaves the house. Gelly goes into his room, takes his pistol back to her apartment, and then locks the door from inside.
All right, Franz Schwartz, Hitler's party treasurer. I can't find any articles on him.
I don't think we've written any. I think we have pictures, though.
Here, Schwartz with Hitler and Goring.
Oh, I remember this. A Bavarian nationalist rally, right? 1920.
December of 19.
So, an old friend.
No one hears the shot?
No, supposedly the only staff member on duty was deaf.
Any clue as to motive?
Not one.
To be fair, suicides rarely make sense.
Well, I know, but everyone's using the same wording. I mean, why she shot herself, I couldn't say. She shot herself, but why? I couldn't say. Oh, who can say why? She shot herself is all I know.
Do you have a family tree?
Oh, yes. Oh, here it is.
Which side is the relation on?
Gelly's mother is Adolf's half-sister.
Same mother?
Father, Adolf is 6 years younger than his sister. Gelly moved in 26, 27?
Where did Edmund leave those notes? Here we go. 28. Gelly's mother is looking after Hitler's country retreat.
So, 3 years together and no supervision.
So Sauer got to the scene this morning.
Sauer's the cop.
The detective inspector, it's his case.
Got it.
The door is broken. Franz Schwartz is in the room with the body. It says the door was locked from the inside.
Which would make it a suicide.
If you took his word for it, I don't.
So, Schwartz is an old friend, an early supporter from the days before Hitler consolidated his power inside the party.
So he's a personally one, not just a party follower.
Exactly.
Edmund told me Schwartz said Hitler didn't know about the suicide. Sorry, the death.
Oh, fat chance Schwartz is a Hitlerite through and through. There's no way he kept him in the dark.
Was there a note?
Yes and no. There was a letter, unfinished. It wasn't a suicide note.
Really? Any clue as to content?
No, to a friend in Austria, one of my contacts got a look at the last line. It says, when I come to Vienna, which I hope will be soon, we'll go to Semmering together, and...
She wasn't thinking of suicide when she wrote that.
That's not the most damning part.
This is getting creepy.
What is it?
Schwartz, he's only 1 or 2 steps removed from almost every expose we've ever written. He's connected to every dirty little secret, but remains as clean as a whistle himself.
I think he's the cleanup man. It wouldn't do to have too much dirt stick to him.
Then I say we start lobbing mud.
I know a man who drives ambulances. He got a look at her body as it was being taken to the examiner. There was a broken nose and bruises about the face and arms.
That's like no suicide I've ever heard of.
But Schwartz is saying the door was locked, so Sauer's just writing down whatever he's told. I mean, what a disgrace. Incompetent son of a bitch.
Wait,
What?
go targeting Sauer?
He's a not-so-toady.
Maybe not. Maybe he's just a honest cop, and the brass up top is pressuring him.
Unlikely.
I agree. But if you can save him a little face, we've got a new friend. And if he is a not-so-sympathizer, then you've put a gulf between him and his bosses. What is more, you've shifted the attention to the judges and the police chief who are the real problem. Like Zerva said, the public loves a good conspiracy.